everyone, Amanda here. Just a really quick video today sharing an extra collection that I'm uploading for my Ko-fi members. I've called it Stationery Shop, but don't get overexcited. It's not about a shop. It's an extras collection. So it's an eclectic mix of extra pages and papers and bits and bobs to put in your journals that I just like the look of, okay? And sometimes these little eclectic mixes of things that might not look like the match can be invaluable as extras to add to your journals because they're non-specific. They don't have a specific theme and you can fit them in and amongst, and they're really good for making tags, journaling cards, embellishments, as well as for extra pages in your journals. So first of all, we've got some writing ones, and I've done them that way. Okay, normally when you get lined writing, it goes that way, because I thought then if you're folding that in a journal, you've got lined on both sides. Okay, so we've got pale blue, we've got a soft lemon, and now this is meant to be a green. To me they look the same, but there is a subtle difference. Okay, one is a powder blue and one's meant to be like a soft sagey green, so you might think that there's not a lot of difference between them, but there is. I just maybe should have tweaked that a bit higher. And then we've got a soft pink. Okay, so you've got quite a good selection. And then you've got a soft lilac. All right. Then I've done a grid on a very, very pale tea-stained background. Very pale. But these are awesome. I'm going to be making journaling cards and all sorts. I've got some really good plans for these. Then I've done some of the grungy ones because I like to try and cater for everybody. So these are for those like me that like clean and simple and pretty. But then some people like vintage and grungy, so I've done a few of those. So again, they're lined, but they've got a bit of, you know, distressing and a bit of grungy in. All right, and then there's another one, and that looks all like the paper's been wrinkled and it's textured. And then I really like this one, even though I don't normally like grunge. I do like this one with the... it looks like it's got a bit mouldy. It looks like peeling plaster in the background, I suppose. Peeled paint off of plaster. Really cool. And then we've got this one, which is kind of a bit of a rusty, aged effect. Perfect journal filling pages. Perfect. Okay. Then this one's got like a lacy ghost print on a coffee dyed background. And then we've got another one. You can see the lace there in the corner. These are awesome to print on the back of things as well. These kind of pages are super, super valuable in your journal making, as well as the highly decorative pages. It's the little bits and bobs that can, you know, really add a bit of something, you know, and something different to your journal. So like I say, these are great for printing on the back. Or having, instead of tea or coffee dyed pages. Okay, maybe if you don't have stencils and stamps, this would look like it's been stenciled, and so it's pretty awesome. I like it. I'll be using that one a lot. Then I've given some French music, because not everybody can get hold of vintage music paper. I've got a box full of the stuff. But not everybody can get hold of it easily. So there's the two separate ones that I've put on the same page. So again, you can cut it up. You can shrink them down to a page to make journaling cards. You can make tags with them. You can use them to make your masterboards. You can use them as journal pages. You can make envelopes out of them. There's heaps of things you can do with these pages. And then this one is vintage book pages. That one's about gardening things, whatever, geraniums. And this one's about sewing. So they're two totally different books, but again, for ripping or layering, or, you know, perfect as a journal page or on the back of things. These things are just invaluable. Okay, got another music one there, so you'll never be short. Then I really liked these. That's why I've called it Stationery Shop. It's a bit like going to a stationery shop where they've got a bit of everything. And I liked these Airmail things. This is like an envelope, and this, well, you know, a faux envelope, and then this card will fit inside. Then we've got the note piece there in a long, slim envelope. You can see what there is. I just thought they were interesting. Okay, and sometimes, you know, when you're a digital designer like me and you're doing collections, everything has to coordinate. But sometimes that leaves gaps in what maybe I would like to use. And so every now and again, I'll do this kind of collection, which seems to be just like a myriad or a mishmash or a compendium or a whatever of all different things, because you know, they are just really valuable. So here we've got a daily plan there on coffee dyed background and a to-do list. This one says notes, and then I've given you the wording as well. So like these, you can print them out a few times. That could be the front of a notebook. Okay, and I might not normally put this kind of thing in one of my collections, but these little extra collections is where I get to do that. And we'll find your favourites. I mean, that's front cover for a notebook. Okay, here you can print that out several times, and you've got your little lined notes. Really useful. Little envelopes. Now, I love these. I love shrinking them down to a page and putting them in my clusters just as they are. But what you can do as well is you can make faux envelopes with them, okay? So you can glue a rectangle of paper on the back and leave the top open, or glue it completely, and then you can cut very carefully with a craft knife there, and you can open that flap and turn it into a functioning envelope. There's loads you can do with them. Or sometimes I'll just stick a rectangle on the back and then put a journaling card in the top. And same with these that are on the side. What you can do is you can go with a craft knife and you can just slit there. Then stick a piece of paper around the back, and then you can tuck things in. And they're just pretty. Pretty. Okay. Then these, I'm always looking for smaller envelopes. Small envelopes that I can maybe decorate with my own ephemera, that aren't necessarily coordinated with one specific collection. So I've done a few here, okay? So, you know, they're not massive envelopes, they're more like money envelopes, but they're on a neutral background, so you can decorate these to suit whatever you're doing, okay? You're not limited to the constraints of a specific collection. You do get my drift. Then grid paper. I love grid paper. Love it. So we've got that in pink, lilac. We've got it in a blue. I didn't do the lemon. I didn't like it in the lemon. I don't know why. But again, brilliant for making your journaling cards or your tags, or, you know, things that you punch out or whatever, or even as journal pages, layering up on your covers, making card backgrounds. Absolutely invaluable, pages like this, because you've got that block colour, but it's not just plain, it's got a grid on it. And then this is something I've been playing with, and they're almost a little bit like, they remind me of Project Life. And I had the most awesome fun making these. I can see me doing a bit more of the journaling cards instead of just tags when I'm doing my collection. I've had a play, I've collected a file full of shapes and masks and things to use, and I can see quite a few of these journal card type things coming to my collections soon. So I just made a few. So they're not vintage, because not every journal I make is vintage, but I've made the colours subtle so they will still go within a vintage themed journal. This has got coffee dyed paper on, that's got coffee dyed paper on. The colours are subtle, they'll go with anything. But sometimes you just want a little bit of extra of a pocket stuffer than your bog standard normal things that you get in, you know, your paper collections. And these are just like little tabs. I just wanted to fill that space up, so I created these. But what you could do with these, if you glued them onto cardstock, okay, and then went with your craft knife from about that line there and follow the angle of that, you can make yourself some little paper clips, okay? So cut it out using the border, and then go from maybe the second line down and follow the edge of there, and it will work like a paper clip. And I just thought, oh, those are cool. And then just as a final, I've done a plain tea-dyed envelope again, so that you can decorate it how you want, okay? Decorate it how you want. You might not feel confident making your own envelope, so it's there and you can decorate it. You could put a window in it with acetate behind. You could put a pocket on it. You can stamp on it. You could do what you want. And then I just filled the page up with these little icons because I really like them. You know, you can put words in there or whatever. You could even cut that out and have it like a peephole. And these are 2-inch. So if you've got a 2-inch circle punch, you can punch those out. Super simple. But they wouldn't be difficult to cut by hand. But yeah, you could cut the little triangle out and then put this on, say, like book page underneath or acetate, or I just like different things, okay? So you know, I want to try different things, so I thought I'd bring them for you. So there you go. That will be, I will leave a link in the description box below. That is a members extra collection. This is not my members monthly collection. This is extra. This is 24 pages extra. They'll be getting another full collection when I've finished it. And I'm not spilling the beans on what it's about yet. So there you go. I hope that you'll find that useful. As I say, that is mostly for my members. If you're interested in the membership, the link's in the description box below. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.